Welcome to the Everything Embodiment podcast, where I will help you find peace, understanding, and love all within your human body, enhancing your mind-body connection through the exploration of vast ideas, concepts, and modalities, discussions all meant to propel you along your own unique spiritual journey. I'm your host, Amber Miller. Hey loves, welcome back to Everything Embodiment, the space where we talk energy, healing, intuition, and the path of returning to your most powerful self. I'm your host, Amber Miller. Today we're exploring something I love to talk about because it merges science with the sacred, and that's the brainwaves of manifesting. How to work with your mind and energy field together to become a match for what you truly want. If you've ever felt like you're doing all the right things, saying the affirmations, setting the intentions, vision boarding, but nothing's landing, this episode's for you. So manifestation isn't just energy, it's neurology. Manifestation doesn't happen just because you want something bad enough. It happens when your energy, subconscious mind, and nervous system are all in harmony, when they're aligned with what you're calling in. You don't attract what you chase. You attract what you're a match for, emotionally, energetically, and somatically. That's what people really mean when they say you have to believe it's already yours. It's not just about mindset, it's about frequency. You have to become an energetic match for the thing you desire. Your body has to feel safe having it. Your subconscious has to agree it's possible. And your field has to hold it with confidence, not constriction. That's the shift, and that's where real manifestation begins. Most people try to manifest from a high beta brainwave state. Beta is our everyday waking state. It's where we function, plan, problem solve, and move through the world. It helps us get stuff done, manage our to-do lists, and navigate responsibilities. But high beta is also where anxiety, overthinking, control, and survival mode live. It's a state of hyper-awareness, constantly scanning for what's wrong, what needs fixing, or what might go wrong next. And while it's incredibly useful for deadlines or driving or parenting, it's not the state where manifestation happens. Because in beta, your energy is focused outward. It's alert, guarded, and often disconnected from your deeper knowing. To manifest, to truly receive, you have to soften out of that high alert frequency and drop into something slower, safer, more receptive. That's where Alpha and Theta come in. So to quickly review the 5 brainwave states, let me break it down. Beta is alert, task-focused, logical, and often anxious. Think to-do list brain. Alpha is relaxed, creative, meditative. This is your intuitive bridge. Theta is dream state, subconscious access. This is the reprogramming zone. Delta is deep sleep healing, not manifesting here, but essential for restoration. And Gamma is that high frequency insight, unity consciousness, think deep downloads. The 2 we care most about when it comes to manifestation are Alpha and Theta. Why Alpha and Theta matter for manifesting? Alpha is the doorway. It's the gentle in-between, that space where you've exhaled just enough, softened just enough to let new possibilities in. You're no longer hyper-alert, but you're not fully tuned inward either. It's that state where creativity, intuition, and presence begin to rise. You might drop into Alpha during a quiet walk, in the warmth of a bath, or while journaling after an emotional release. It's the moment when your guard lowers and your field opens. Then there's Theta. That's the deep well. This is where the subconscious becomes porous, impressionable, and ready to receive new instructions. It's where reprogramming happens. It's where your old patterns begin to loosen and new patterns and beliefs can take root. We naturally enter Theta during deep meditation, Reiki, hypnosis, or that floaty liminal space right before sleep, when your mind drifts but your awareness expands. Together, Alpha and Theta create the channel through which we can shift, heal, and manifest, not by force, but by frequency. This is why we need embodiment practices, to shift out of thinking and into receiving. You can't manifest your next level if your nervous system thinks it's not safe to have it. Your nervous system unlocks the portal. Here's the bridge. Your nervous system determines your dominant brainwave state. If your body is in fight or flight or freeze, your brain stays in beta because that's where survival mode lives. To shift into alpha or theta, you need to regulate your nervous system. Soften the breath, slow your movements, give your body signals of safety, ground into the present moment. This is why we release before we receive. This is why we regulate before we reprogram. No amount of manifesting will work if your body is screaming it's not safe to expand. I remember a time not that long ago when I was doing everything to attract abundance, journaling, meditating, vision boarding, pulling cards, but underneath it all, I was stuck in fear. I was in beta, anxious, overthinking, and trying to control. It wasn't until I stopped pushing and started softening through energy work, breath work, and intuitive movement that things really began to shift. I dropped into a release-receive practice. I let myself cry, not perform, not bypass. I really let myself feel. I felt this deep opening in my body, like something unhooked in my chest. And I kid you not, minutes later, someone booked a session. That wasn't coincidence, that was coherence. My body finally became a match for what I was calling in. This isn't a one-time fix, this is ongoing work. But this is the power of regulating your nervous system, shifting your brainwave state, and becoming energetically available. It works, but only if you're honest with what's in the way. One of the most powerful things I've done to support my nervous system healing is learning to intentionally drop into theta by doing my oneness meditation throughout the day. At first, it was a full ritual, long meditations, deep practices, which was beautiful and necessary to build that connection. But over time, it has become a switch I can flip. Now I do it in little pockets while driving, before bed, even several times in the middle of a workday. It's helped me reconnect with my body. Dropping into theta became second nature, and with that came the habit of checking in, scanning for tension, and mindfully softening, without judgment, just a presence. Just a few minutes of holding that frequency several times a day has created lasting regulation and clarity in my energy. Let's try it. Let's try a mini alpha reset together. Let's take like 30 seconds to maybe a minute right now. Go ahead, take a deep breath. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. Take a breath in through your nose and exhale. Do that again, a little slower this time. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw unclench. Feel your energy settle back into your body. Now ask yourself, what would it feel like to receive with ease? No pressure, just feel into it. That feeling, even for a moment, is the shift. Go ahead, wiggle your toes, bring your presence back to the current moment. If you noticed a physical response, maybe a tension in your belly, a flutter in your chest, or a wave of nervousness, that's important. That's your body telling you there's something here that doesn't feel safe, deserving, or worthy of receiving. It means there's an old belief still living in your body, and that's exactly where I come in. This is the work I do, helping you release those internal alerts and reprogram your body's response to receiving. Whether it's through a one-to-one session or my release-receive program, we shift it at the root because you don't just deserve to receive, you're meant to. If this episode stirred or awoken the healer within you, a remembering, a readiness, a desire to go deeper, this is just a glimpse of what we explore inside the Embodiment, Energy, and Intuition certification. This isn't just about manifesting. It's about becoming the version of you who's grounded, intuitive, regulated, and ready to receive with ease. We blend energy healing, nervous system support, subconscious reprogramming, intuitive activation, emotional processing, and spiritual alignment. because you're not one-dimensional and your healing shouldn't be either. Right now, our current cohort is in week 2, doing deep work of clearing subconscious blocks, releasing emotional residue, and reprogramming their field to become clear magnetic channels. And the best part, you can join for the next round starting in July. This is your invitation to step into your healing gifts and your leadership, your alignment, and become a certified energy healer in the process. The link is in the show notes, or you can always reach out to me directly. I would love to hold space for you. Thank you for being here. Thanks for doing this work. Remember, your energy is powerful, your presence is enough, and your dreams are not too much, they're instructions. Until next time, stay embodied, stay open, and stay in your magic.